Good morning, everyone. This is BremSter, and this is Say No to This. Well, don't. Actually, please don't say no to this. Please try this puzzle. But this is the next puzzle in the Hamilton Sudoku series, which are a series of puzzles which have been created anonymously. The set of names are from the musical Hamilton, as are all of the puzzles. I don't know who created this puzzle, and this is really cool. These have been created exclusively for my channel so far. What happens after this, I don't know. They've been created for me to be able to solve these puzzles at times when I need to get a series of puzzles out quickly. At this point, because I'm basically unavailable for nearly a month, and I'm trying to record a whole bunch in advance. So this is cool. As of this coming out, I'm probably just back from New Zealand, even though I'm not leaving for New Zealand for another week. As of you seeing this, as of me recording it, I'm not leaving for a week. As of you seeing this, I'm probably just back, but I'm also frantically getting ready for heading out of state for another event. So life is just nuts right now. So yeah, it's I've also been told that while most of these puzzles are designed to be very approachable so that they can be recorded quickly and they should be fun for everyone, this one might be a little bit harder. It's probably not like hard. It's not hard, but it's probably a little bit harder than some of the other ones. And I've been told the pencil mark checker might help me on this one. I will turn it on if I get stuck or if I feel I need it, but I'm going to try with it off, which has been my thing. It's like use it as a tool if I get stuck. If you're not interested in the musical Hamilton or in musicals in general, just enjoy the puzzle. The theme is possibly connected to the puzzle. I don't know, but it's still just a puzzle. Whether you enjoy the theme or not, you can ignore the theme, and the puzzle rules still hold true. Anything else to go into? I really can't tell you what's happening on the channel because I'm recording this weeks in advance. And I'm happy to admit that. It's like, yeah, whatever. So let's have a look at the puzzle, shall we? Normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. Now, we've got cells separated by an XV must sum to 15, cells separated by an X must sum to 10, cells separated by a V must sum to 5, and all XVs, Xs, and Vs are given. So at no point may cells that are not separated by a V, an X, or an XV sum to 5, 10, or 15. We also have the digits in red shaded cells, or let's look at column 1. Digits in the red shaded cells in column 1 will indicate the position of the 1 in that row. So for example, if I was to put, I'm going to put something completely invalid, if I'm going to put an 8 here, that would mean in this row, the 1 is in column 8. And similarly, if I put a 7 here, that would mean the 1 in this row is in column 7. Yes, that is completely invalid. I'm demonstrating the rule. And that's how that works. The same rule applies in column 5 and in column 9. This is often called a broken 159 rule. I've listed it as just column indexing because what we're doing is we're indexing these columns. So the digit in this column, which is column 5, what the digit you put in here, the digit from this column has to be put into that position in the row. It's column indexing. And all red shaded cells are given in those columns. If this was a 2, this could not be a 1, or there would need to be red here. This is not true for columns 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, and 8. So they're the rules. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. This has been set by M. Reynolds, which is Mariah Reynolds, J. Reynolds, which is James Reynolds, A. Hamilton, Alexander Hamilton, and A. Burr, Aaron Burr, because I think the person who set this puzzle isn't that familiar with the musical. I could be wrong. And they just listed everyone who's listed with a vocal credit in that song. It opens by Burr. The song is really between Alexander Hamilton and Mariah Reynolds, and James Reynolds has a really funny bit in the middle. At least I think it's funny. And I think he's got one of the most snappy endings. Anyway, let's give this a shot. As you can see, I'm really worried about time. I restarted my timer and then I kept talking. I'm already at like a minute. Okay. This is interesting to me. I think I've seen this trick before. So on a 159 puzzle with a V, this has to be 1, 4 or 2, 3. because they're the only ways to make up 5, and it cannot be 2, 3. And I'll show you why. If this is 2, 3, that would mean that the 1, 4 in one of the rows has to be here, and the other row has to be here, which means I'm putting 2 1s into this box, which is not valid. So this cannot be 2, 3. This has to be 1, 4. One of the ones is going to be in column 1. Excuse me for a sec. And one of the ones has to be in column 4. But this V cannot be a 1, 4, because if this V was a 1, 4, and it has to be 1, 4 or 2, 3, then that cell would have no fill. So this is actually a 2, 3. So this is not the 1, this is the 1, this is the 4, this is the 1, and that 4 is indexing that 1. And we are all golden. Now, these are 6, 7, 8, and 9. And the reason for that is, and those two are the same value, and the reason for that is the only ways to make up 15 are 6, 9, and 7, 8. I think the XVs are going to be more powerful. I potentially could colour the Vs and the XVs. Like, these are the same XV. This is a different XV. This is a blue XV because it can't be yellow because they'd have 3 yellows in the column. And remember, this is either 6, 9 or 7, 8. If this is 7, 8, this is 6, 9. If this is 6, 9, this is 7, 8. Because if it was the same, I'd have 3 of 2 digits in the column. This is yellow. This is therefore blue. This is therefore yellow. I have no idea if this is helping me. It may not be. It really may not be. So, one of the things I know is the 1 by Sudoku has to be up here. So this has to be 7, 8, or 9. And no, that does not have to be true because this cannot point at the 1. So that is complete and utter nonsense. And I'm thinking 159, not broken 159. And I need to get that out of my head. Must get it out of my head. What am I doing? So this is 6, 7, 8, or 9. So it does mean the 5 is over here somewhere. I cannot put the 5 on a V clue, so this is not a 9. So this is 7, 8, or 9. Because this is an indexing clue. If this was a 9, it would put a 5 there, and this would be an invalid 5 clue. Don't like pencil marking across the boxes like this. I can see why I've been told I might find this one tricky. Now, this is a low digit, because this has to be 6, 7, 8, or 9. These are 6, 7, 8, or 9. And with that, you use 1, 2, 3, 4 to make up. Maybe I need to do this. Yeah, maybe this is a high-low puzzle. Because these are 6, 7, 8, 9. So these are all from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is, yeah, these are 1, 2, 3, 4. So this means 9 is in one of those, which I already kind of have. But it can't be there. So this can't be a 3, so this can't be a 2. Can't put the 9 there because this is a 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 is in one of those. So this is 1, 2, or 4. And if this can't be 3, this can't be 2. These are 6, 7, 8, 9. But they're not indexing. This is the same as that digit, so it goes somewhere up there. And it's yellow, so it's in one of those two. So this digit, and the reason it's the same as that is because that plus that is the same as that plus that. So they have to be the same digit. And it has to go up here because one of these is yellow. So that digit is one of those two. These are 6, 7, 8, 9, but I'm not sure what that's doing for me. I'm really not sure what that's doing for me. I was warned this one was harder. Now, all X's and V's are given. That might be the thing I need to pay attention to. All X's, V's, and XV's are given. Right. All X's, V's, and XV's are given. So that cell can't go in any of those. Oh, this is going to be a heavy colouring puzzle, is it? I don't know. So, for example, I can say that 4 is not there, because then 1 would be next to it and I need a V. 4 can't be on an XV, 4 can't be there. So 4 is in one of those 3 cells. Now, if 4 is there, I could put 1 in either of those. 4, 6. 4 would put 9 there and make this 7, 8. And if 4 is in either of these, this becomes 2, 3. That's the sort of thing I think I need to figure out, but I'm not sure how. I am not sure how. This is probably going to be a heavy colouring puzzle. Like, where does that cell go in row 6? Because it can't go in either of those cells. So it's in one of those 2 cells. But that's not a full restriction. That's a 4. I think that's a 4, because this isn't a 4. Because if this is a 4, that's a 9, and that can't be a 9, because that's on a V clue. This is not a 4. 4 is in here, which means 4 is not here or here. So this is a 4. So 4 is up in one of those 2, which means this is not a 1, because if this is a 1, it's next to a 4. This is a 1-4 pair. Which if this is 1 or 4, this is 6 or 9, which means the 9 is either here or here, and it's not there because I just put the 4 there. This is the 9, this is the 1, this is the 4. This is no longer 6, 9, this is 7, 8. And this is a quadruple, which possibly matters, because it's 2, 3, 5, and 6. Well, 9 can't go next to 6, because that would need an XV. Having the XV in here as well is going to break my brain. I'm not used to that. And these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And whatever that is pointing at the 6, because otherwise it would have to be red. And this can't be a 9. Because if it was 9, it would be pointing at the 1. Oh, wow, there's a lot going on here. There is so much going on here. So the 2 and the 3 have to be kept separate. So they can't be here or here. Oh, the 1 looks down. This is 3 and this is 2, because the 1 looks down, meaning this couldn't be 1, 4. So I can take 1, 4 out of these, and this is 3 and this is 2. The 2 makes this 9, which makes this 6, which means this is not 6, 9, this is 7, 8. But the 6 looks over here and makes this 1. Now, the 1 here means this is not 9, or I'd need an X clue. So this is not 9, and these are not 6. Because the 2 made that 9. The 2 and the 3 look up, making that 5. There is no 5 in any of those, but this can't be 2, 3. So 6 has to be down here, and this is not 6. This is 2 or 3, which again is going to interact with that. Means 6 is up here somewhere. Can that be 6? Yeah, that would be 5, and that works, I think. 6 can't be there, though, because 6 and 4 sum to 10. Wow, this is nuts. Okay. I have to remember 5, 10, and 15. That is absolute bonkers. One is in one of these 3. But wherever it is, it can't go next to the 9. So if 9 is in one of those 2, that's not the 1. But if 9... Or I could just put 9 there and 1 there, and then I don't have to worry about it. And if 1 is in either of these 2, that makes this 5. 9 is not there or there. This is not 3, so this is not 2, and that's because of that 3. This is not 1 because of that 9. This is not 1, this is not 4. Tempted to start marking these quads. 2, 3, 5, 9. Well, that can't be 9. So maybe I do mark these quads. These are 2, 3, 5, and 9, but that can't be 9. And this is going to mark where the 1 goes. The 1 can't be in 2, so it's not 2. It could be in 3, it could be in 5. But it can't be 3 because of that. This is 5. So this is the 1. This is not 9, and this is not 6. And I take 5 out of those. I couldn't have put 5 up there anyway. This is very bonkers. And now that is the other 6, 7, 8, 9. Because this needs another... Yeah. Where is this in this row? I mentioned that earlier. This in this row had to be, I think it was, I can't even remember where I mentioned. But now, where does it go? Where does that cell, let's mark it a horrible green, where does this cell go in this row? Now, it's 7, 8, 9, so it's neither of those. It can't go next to this cell without having an XV, so it's not there. It's not in the same box as it. It's not yellow because of the way yellow and blue work, and it's not 3. So that is a 7, 8, 9, and that is the green 7, 8, 9. That gives me a 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is 2 or 4, which gives me a 2, 4 pair and takes 2 out of those and makes that 2. That is nuts. Which makes this 3 and makes this 2, 6. The 3 looks down, making that 8 and that 7, and the 8 looks down, making that 6 and that 2. The 7 looks down, meaning that's not 7, which means this is not 8 and this is not 7. At some point, I'm going to look at an XV clue. And I'm going to use it as an X clue or something. Because I'm me. The 3, 9 makes this 1, which makes this 4, which makes this 2. 2 can't go next to 8. Whoops, can't go next to 8, which means this is not 7. Giving me a 6, 7, and an 8, 9 pair. Oh, there's no 1 in those. This is also a quadruple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's no 4 there. There's no 2 there because one of those is an 8. There's no 4 there because it would be next to a 1. 6, 7 pair takes 7 out of those. This is actually an 8, 9 pair. And the 8, 9 looks over making that the 3 and that the 9. Which means that can't be a 1, but I already had that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 go in there, but I can't put 8 down here. This is 6 or 7. neither of which are eliminated yet, but it will get forced by whichever one these become. These are different. 8 is in here. 4 is in one of those two. 4 can't go next to 1 or 6. So that, well, hang on, that's not a 4 because it would be next to a 1. So that is a 4. Putting 4 in one of those two by Sudoku. I have no idea if I'm doing well at this puzzle or terribly. I mean, I'm 16 minutes into it. You know what? I really don't care. I'm having a ball. 2 in this row. Because 2 is not there. 2 is not there. Because 2 is in one of those two cells. So 2 is in one of these, but that 2 means not there, and that 2 means not there. That is a 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a lot of options. Well, actually, there's not. Whereas 4 in this row. It's not in those, it's not in those, and it's not there. That is a 4. That means this is the 9. No, that's not right. This is the 4th column. 1, 2, 3, 4. Learn to count. That is the 9. So this is the 6. Oh, I figured out what blue and yellow was ages ago. I am a knuckle. This is 8 and 7, which means this is 8, which means this is 8 and 7. So I can take the 9 and the 6 out of there. Yeah, I figured out what blue and yellow was ages ago. I just didn't do it. This is 6, 9. And if this is 6 and 9, then this is 1 and 4. Not 5, 1 and 4. And now I can get rid of the colouring. I did that so long ago and forgot to actually complete my thought. The 8 makes this 9. I could have used the 8 in the box as well. 1 is in one of those two. But what are these? These are 1, 5, 6, and 7. Well, there's no 6 there. There's no 1 or 5 there. There's no 7 in either of those. There's no 1 there. Hang on a minute. There's no... that 3 is making that 5, which takes 5 out of those. Which that 5 looks over making this 6, which makes this 7, which takes 6 and 7 out of those. That's a 1-5 pair. But 6 looks back making this 7, which takes 7 out of those. 7 can't be next to 8. That's the 6. That's the 8. Not seeing it. But this 6 looks down, making this 9 and 1. And now I'm seeing it. So this has to be the 6 to make the 15. The 1 looks up, making this 5 and 1. This column needs a 3, I believe. Yes, the 3s are lining up, forcing 3 into there. This is a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6 and 8. I'll use that 6 to make that 8 and that 6. And this is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7. Now, 4 can't go next to 6. 7 can't go next to 8. 7 can't go in the same column as a 7, 8. So that's a 4, 5 pair. That's a 7. And all math has left my brain. I can't even remember how to add to 5 and 10. And, okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is a 4 or a 5. Who needs math? This 8 can't be next to a 2. This is the 3, this is the 2, which looks up making this the 3 and this the 2. 3 has to be in one of those now. Because, again, of Sudoku, this is a 2 by Sudoku. Because of these 2s looking into this box. This is a 2. 2 can't be next to 3, so this is the 3. This is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, and 9. Well, the 4 and 5 look down there, making that the 9. No, turn that 4 off and that off. And... not sure. But that makes this not 6. Well, that 6 made this not 6. This is 6, and this is an indexing, which makes this 5. Actually, I haven't looked at my indexing for ages. This 4 has made this 1. This 6 has made this 5. This 9 has made this 9. This 5 has made itself a 5. This 4 has made this a 9. This 5 has made this a 1. This 1 has made this a 5. This 2 has made this a 9. This 6 has made this a 1. And this is where 5 goes. And 5 can't go in column 7. So this is the 8, and this is the 5, and this is the 4, and this is the 7. And that makes this the 5 and this the 4. The 5 looks back, making this the 4. Now, I will check the negative on the... No, hopefully the negatives will sort themselves out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are 8 and 9, but I've got an 8 here to make that 9 and that 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 9 go in there, but I can't put 7 next to 8. That's 9 and that's 7. Still not seeing this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3 and 8. Well, that 8 resolves it. That's the 3 and that's the 8. I can use that 6 to resolve the 5, 6 though. And now I'm down to a single box. Ta-da! 7 makes this 8 and 7. I need to put a 1 in there. I need to put a 2 in the box. It's not in those, so that's the 2. I need to put a 3 in. That 3 knocks out that, so that's the 3, 4, and that becomes a 5. And that is the correct solution to say no to this. I don't say no to this. I say yes to this puzzle. This was great. That is one of the... there was... Okay, finish my sentences. That is one of the nicest broken 159 puzzles I think I have done. There was a puzzle pack about 18 months ago called the Broken 159 Jukebox, and there were some phenomenal puzzles in there, but I think because it was a new constraint, I struggled with a lot of them. I've done a lot of solving since then, and it's possible if I revisited it, I would be much better off. And you should check that out. There are links you can find on my channel too. And if you look for it in comments, if you can't find it, then I'll try and remember to post it in a pinned post or in the description or something. There's a link to where you can get a whole bunch of free skunkwork packs. And the Broken 159 Jukebox, I'm almost certain, is one of those. And it's got a whole bunch of the puzzles with this constraint. But this is one of the most beautiful introductory Broken 159 puzzles I think I have seen. So to Mariah Reynolds, James Reynolds, Alexander Hamilton, and Aaron Burr, whoever you are, very nice puzzle. That was stunning. And I am so glad. I'm proud that people are setting these puzzles for me. I feel so privileged is the word, and honoured. Honoured is a better one. Thank you everyone for this, and I hope more people find my channel, not just because it's cool for me, but because they'll find these puzzles, and they really do deserve to be seen. I hate the fact that there's so few people who find these puzzles. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you're enjoying the series, and as always, good luck with your solving.